Today on the channel, we unbox Mattel Masters of the Universe Battle Damage He-Man Battle Damage Skeletor. Welcome everyone back to the channel. Kyle here as always, and today on the channel, hot off the truck, hot off the store shelves, 2021 going to be a big year for Masters of the Universe and He-Man and Skeletor, and who am I kidding? Me. It'll be a big year for me and hopefully all of you 2021. But today we're unboxing the Mattel Masters of the Universe Battle Damage Skeletor, Battle Damaged He-Man. And for all your Masters of the Universe needs, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. Very nice to be able to get these figures at Big Bad Toy Store now. That Walmart is no longer the only place that can carry these. That was the case in 2020. 2021, all retailers, including Big Bad Toy Store, will have these. It's going to be really a lot easier for everybody across the board to end up getting these He-Man characters. So we'll see how that goes in 2021. Obviously, they'll be a lot easier to get. Will the quantities remain the same? Because, to be honest, I hit a lot of stores in my figure hunting videos. You guys probably see them on the channel. We see a lot of He-Man figures warming the pegs, especially He-Man and Skeletor, the traditional regular card releases. A lot of those all over Walmart's. Will we see a lot of those at Target? I think they're going to keep pumping those out. So far, Target's, I've seen both of those on the shelves. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting year for Masters of the Universe. Hopefully it takes off. If it does well, it will continue. If it doesn't do so hot, it could be a one and done year for being available everywhere. It might just go away like it did in the past. So if you're thinking about buying these, if you like these, if you are collecting these, you better get after them. Make sure they make a dent. Make sure they sell. That's what's going to keep the line going if we want to get deeper into the other characters and stuff like that. So there's my little soapbox, but let's get down to it like we always do. We're going to open both these guys up. We're going to look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. So let's get down to it. And while we're here, hey, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We got Masters of the Universe, WWE, AEW, Marvel, Marvel Selects, Ninja Turtles. You name it, we're unboxing it here on the channel, talking about it, reviewing it, action figure hunts, you name it, it's all here for you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at SirPaul64. Follow me on Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. On Instagram. So let's look at He-Man first. How about, huh? Why not? Move Skeletor to the side there. Let's take a look at He-Man. Now this is an oversized packaging compared to the traditional lineup. These are the deluxe figures. They retail from $20 to $23, I think, is the window of how much they cost compared to the $14 to $16 for the other ones. So you got to kind of look and feel there. I remember very vividly as a young Kyle out there. Maybe I was 4 or 5 years old. I remember meeting at the store with my dad one time. I don't know, I could have been 6. Who knows? But I remember seeing this on the peg, the old one, of course. And I remember I really wanted it. I remember my dad gave me some wise advice back then. And I always remembered it. Whenever I saw this, I always think back to that, where he would say, Kyle, you already have He-Man at home. You don't need this second He-Man. Get a character you don't have. And truer words have never been spoken. You know, if you're just playing along and you're a little kid, you don't really need a second He-Man, especially this quick in the line. And this battle damage gimmick, I don't know. We'll see. I never owned these back in the day, so this will be my first go-around with these, but they were a hard pass for me back in the day. I thought I wanted them, and then my dad made total sense back then. He still makes sense now, and I'm passing that knowledge on, I think. We'll see how it goes after the review, because we'll compare it to the other He-Man. I don't know if you need this one. Do you need 2 He-Mans in your lineup this early? I don't know. It just seems a little much to me, but we'll see. We'll open it up, and we'll talk about it. And some may know I had a vicious fight with Skeletor when I was about 3 years old. I think I got pictures of that. I took on Skeletor. Luckily, Orko was looking a little tall that day. I don't know if that was really Orko. And He-Man came to save me from the evil Skeletor. So kudos. I'll never forget you guys saving me back in the day. But here it is. There's the packaging. Look at this. Unpunched. Oof. I got to find another one. I got to find an unpunched one. Part of me says I don't need these mint on card and loose. But you know me. I'll probably get another one down the line. Most notably with this one, you get an extra head sculpt. You get obviously the axe and the sword we got before. You get a little bit of an effect, and you actually get an extra hand. So very similar to the Star Wars, Marvel Legends, wrestling, all the companies that give us extra hands. Very familiar He-Man type packaging, Masters of the Universe packaging. Of course, I believe it says new for 21, which is new. If you remember the Walmart ones, it said new for 20. So make note of that. For you He-Man completist collectors, the new Target and Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, all of them, new for 21 on the He-Man, Skeletor, the traditional ones that we've had in the past. That's a different card variant if you want to go down that road. I don't know. It's up for you to decide. Deluxe figure. Obviously, these are a little more expensive than your traditional figures. It's funny as he does come with a head, obviously, the normal head. I don't know if I call it normal. But he does come, which is a nice feature, and this is the one I will use for sure. This is the old school He-Man head from back in the day. It's not the updated one, it's the old school He-Man head. So that's a cool Easter egg to those that know that and those that are collecting now that remember the old ones, that collected the old ones as a kid. So I think that's cool. Comes with a comic book, of course. Modern posing for retro play. Interesting play on words there, I don't know. But and then strike armor to reveal battle damage. So the battle damage on the chest, we'll see how that works. Like I said, I've never played with that before. You got Mattel down on the logo here, and that's about it. Now we'll look at the back of the package. There it is there. Very cool artwork up top. Very similar to the traditional carded ones. I love, love, love the artwork. I love the old school artwork, and I love this artwork as well. So I think that is really cool. I say it all the time. You need a little blurb, a little story, or at least a checklist. Masters of the Universe, good job giving us a checklist. Giving little Johnny out there, he knows, hey, I need to get Panther, I need to get Skeletor, I need to get all these guys. He's got a checklist right there. A little bit of instruction action as well. So, and then all the legal fun. Can't forget that legal fun. We need that out there. So there you go. There it is. On the back, it says, modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe action figures. Masters of the Universe Origins gives you the power to pose Eternia's greatest warriors as retro-style figures or in new action-packed battle positions. He-Man storms into battle protected by the mighty battle armor that was crafted by Man-at-Arms. What would He-Man do without Man-at-Arms? Always saving him, always hooking him up with stuff. Looking at the back, says new for 21. You know, you got this He-Man. We got She-Ra. We got Roboto. Battle Armor Skeletor. We got Merman. Merman was a favorite of mine as a kid. Zodak, and then Clamp Champ. I don't remember Clamp Champ as a kid. That was one that threw me for a curve. It seems too soon for a character like him. Just don't remember him. But you know I'll be picking him up. I got to get him. And of course, Battle Cat and Panther back here. Each sold separately. What more do you need? It confirms the safety requirements of ASTM F963. I was wondering about that. Let's open it up. You got little peg holes. It's like an old Jack's packaging. Just put your hand in that hole right there, and bam, there it goes. There's the old comic book. Uh-oh, we're losing pieces. We're losing pieces here. All right, there's going to be no plastic prison shot. Well, a little one. But there's not really a plastic prison to go around in this one. Boy, this head is in there tight. Holy cow. I don't know if I can even get it out. Alright, see you later. Jeez. Taking out the lights down here was a little aggressive. But this head is in there good. There it is. There it is. See you later. Oh yeah, that's the old school He-Man head we know and love. That's for sure. Let's show that to the old camera. There it is, if you can see. That's the old school He-Man. We all remember it. That's the way it used to be. So that's what we'll do. Got, of course, the sword. Still the same complaint. I think in my original unboxing of the original series for 2020, I wish the sword was double-sided. I hate the single-sided stuff. Give us a full sword. We want a full sword. Then, of course, the axe. We had this before as well. The sword. The half sword. Put it with Skeletor. It completes the sword, but you got a regular hand. That doesn't really do a lot for me. I like an effect, though. Look at that. A little effect. I guess you put this on the edge of the sword, and oh, there it is. He's got the power indeed. A little yellow flame effect. Very cool. There's the old comic book there. It'd be interesting if it's the same comic in every single one. Sometimes that's the case. Oh, there's a lot to talk about. Oh, we got instructions. Instructions fell out of the comic. Oh my, very. It tells you to combine it with Skeletor. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot that's going to surprise us. I think any 3-year-old could figure that out, so we'll see you later there. And then how about a little plastic prison on He-Man? There he is. In the old plastic prison. That gray clashes to me. I don't know. It's just a weird color. Oh, he is buckled in, so I better get my old scissors out here. He's got a little buckle in here. He's like a young Marvel Select figure. You gotta have him locked in. Oh, and the feet too? I mean, come on. It's crazy. Alright, see you later. Let me get this rubber band out of his elbow. Clean up my mess here. And there it is. Alright, there's He-Man. And I don't know. First thing I see when I pull it out, I don't see any paint issues. That's the first thing I always look for. Articulation's fine on these. It's great. You can pull the arms off. You can move them back and forth between characters. Really cool concept here. But to me, I think it just looks weird with this gray, like, battle shield or whatever you call it. It just doesn't look right to me. The gray just kind of looks, I guess, strange, for lack of better terms. It just doesn't look right on He-Man. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. It just looks off. I mean, it just doesn't look like He-Man. I guess my problem is when I imagine He-Man, you know, when I imagine He-Man, I imagine this guy. That's how I imagine my He-Man. I'm sure you guys do as well. It's just, I don't know. Is this the exact same head as the last He-Man? No. This He-Man's got a different head. It's almost a more Prince Adam-esque head. There's the comparison between the two. You could pretend it's a different character. Maybe it's his cousin. I don't know. I don't know. Something just looks off on this one. Just a hair off. And maybe it's just because I like this one, and this is what I'm accustomed to when I think of He-Man. That very well could be the case. I'm not a big fan of this gimmick here on his chest. How do I get this going here? There it is. So yeah, he's got the He-Man in his chest there. And supposedly you hit it. Yeah, and you hit it and it rotates. You can have 1 slash or 2 slash. Really gimmicky, but it was a big deal back in the 80s. I remember seeing these. That's why I wanted it so bad. But really, honestly, you only need one He-Man. Unless you're a completist, this is the He-Man you need. It's cheaper. This is more of a gimmicky He-Man. I know why they did it. It's a sweet throwback to the olden days, if you will. But it's just not it's not as cool as we want it to be. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys have some really fond memories of playing with this. Maybe this was your only He-Man. I'm not sure. You guys tell me in the comments. Can you even hold this? This is a pretty heavy effect on here. Yeah, you can hold it. There it is. I don't know. It's a little gimmicky for me, just to be honest. I gotta be honest here. I gotta tell you my true feelings. It's just a bit gimmicky. If you just need one He-Man, that's all I think you really need. This is the one to get. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. But this other head, I should pop that on fast. Love the plug and play of these. I know I mentioned it earlier, but they just go on very easily. I think I will use this one, the more old school He-Man, just so I have that He-Man. And the nice thing is you can pop this head onto this one. Let's try that, huh? Let's really make this one the old school He-Man we know and love. We'll, uh-oh, he's falling apart on me. I just lost his waist. I think it's really cool, the features on this one, how it plugs and plays. So there you go. I don't know. I think I like this. I might do it this way. That's He-Man from back in the day, is it not? That is our He-Man. So I really like to be able to do that back and forth. If I was going to have 2 He-Mans, I'd almost just rather have this head and then have 2 of this one. But I don't know. And then you can put this one on here, of course. You can go back and forth. Very shocked look on the extra head that comes with this one. He's just got a very weird look to his face. We'll show the roundabout pictures on all these, but there it is. That's He-Man. For my money, you got to go with the older one. That's just the way I see it. This one, a little too gimmicky. Is it worth $5, $6, $7 more? To me, it's really not. But if you're a huge He-Man fan, I could see maybe, hey, you got a lot of sentimental love for this old school He-Man. By all means, go pick it up. But that's my thoughts. Now let's get down to Skeletor next. Alright, we did He-Man. You know, we gotta do Skeletor next. Definitely last, definitely not least, and that is our boy Skeletor. So similar packaging to He-Man, as you can imagine. Makes a lot of sense. Same line, same set, same gimmick. So I think if you were a kid and you didn't have the originals or you couldn't find the originals, these came out a little bit later. It was another opportunity to get He-Man and Skeletor on the shelves. But the way I remember it, at least as a kid, the traditional He-Man and Skeletor were pretty much always on the shelves. And we're seeing that now as they're shipping in their own cases. Everybody else is shipping in separate cases. He-Man and Skeletor got their own case. And that makes sense. You need them on the shelf at all times. A lot like the Ninja Turtles. You really need Ninja Turtles on the shelf at all times. People aren't going to be buying all the ancillary characters and not having He-Man and Skeletor. They always have to be available in some kind of incarnation. And maybe that scratches that a little bit. But there it is. Comes with the old school Skeletor head, very similar to the He-Man. You can see it's unpunched. All the other same stuff on the packaging we saw before, but he comes with his staff and his sword, extra hand, very similar to the He-Man, basically the same thing. So there it is. Everything's the same packaging-wise. And then, of course, you got the back of the package. Love that cool artwork up there. Beastman looking awesome. Love, love, love Beastman. It looks really cool there, I think. So there you go. You got the whole lineup below. It shows the action. You just replace He-Man and put Skeletor there. Same identical type gimmick, same type thing. Deluxe figure set. So there you go. Let's read the back. Let's see what it says here. Skeletor conjured his own battle armor with the darkest depths of Snake Mountain. Interesting. Very magical. And that's it. That's the only change from the He-Man on the back. So there you go. So let's open him up. We give it the old Jack's tried and true thumb right in there. Pull it open. Bam. There's the comic. We'll look at that. We'll get all this out. That's all just going to fall right out anyways. There it is. Can I get his sword out? There it is. Alright. Little plastic prison. Oh, the extra head came out. So there you go. See you later. And see you later. Boom! There it goes. Alright, we got an extra shield. I don't remember him coming with the shield. I guess I'll grab that while I'm thinking about it. Here's the first incarnation, just like we had with He-Man. He did not have a shield with that one, so that is an extra thing we've got with this one. So there we go. Yep, it's got the old school Skeletor head. Not terribly, terribly different, but different enough, I guess. So there it is, Skeletor head. You got the same sword we got before, the same staff we got before, extra hand just like He-Man came with. How about a little plastic prison shot? There he is, Skeletor and his battle damage. He's locked in just as He-Man was as well, so I'll cut him loose. Free him from the plastic prison, maybe. Well, let's see. There it is. See you later. Boom. Goodbye. Clean up my mess. Is this the same comic book? Same instructions. It is. It's the exact same comic book. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. There's always been errors with these comics. Sometimes they're different. Sometimes they're the same. I'm talking, I guess, generalizing between the Masters of the WWE Universe and these. But we got the same one. So you got two comics there. See you later. Instructions. See you later. And here we go. So very, very similar to the He-Man, as you guys know. I already talked about it. Got the battle damage. Let's get him looking good, I guess. Get him non-damaged. A little string there. I don't know. Same thing applies for the He-Man review as the Skeletor. Do you need this? Probably not. Are you a completist? If you are, you do. Very gimmicky. You know, kids loved gimmicks and action features as a kid. I remember I did too, so I can't be totally against it. I just don't think this is something you need. I don't know if there's a ton of people that are 100% completists. Obviously there are, but you don't need this unless you are a completist and you really, really feel you need the whole line. He's got his little holder in the back, just like He-Man. A lot of reuse in these figures across the board, as you know. Let's pop the other head on, see how that looks. Nope, just damaged his chest doing that. Alright, let's go on. Maybe. This one's fighting me a little bit. There we go. I don't know, I think I like the other head better. I mean, it's pretty close. There's not a lot of difference in the two heads. But always liked him with his staff. I always thought that was the coolest weapon he had. For me, at least. Let's put him on the old ringside collectible stand. These work great with He-Man. They go on so smooth. There it is. So yeah, there is that Skeletor. Definitely like the older Skeletor. Just like He-Man, I like the other Skeletor better. So there you go. That's my review. I'm sticking to it. I like the original versions much, much more. Actually, I like this Skeletor more than the new He-Man as well. So if I had to put them in order, it would probably be old school Skeletor. Old school as in the previous Skeletor we got. This one, my favorite. Second would be this He-Man, then this Skeletor, then this He-Man. Very, very simple. I don't even need to think about it. That's how sure I am of my order there. Cool figures, cool for a gimmick. it's like the 80s have been reborn with this line, and my same kind of thoughts from the 80s. And, you know, like I said, the story about my dad, it makes a lot of sense. You don't really need these. You'd be better off getting a Stinkor or a Merman or Beastman or somebody different. It's too soon for this. I think this 2-pack should have been, not 2-pack, but these 2 figures, I think they would have been better off served at the end of 2021. Let the traditional He-Man selling go through. Let all that go through. Pop these for Christmas 2021. Keep the momentum going. Get another He-Man Skeletor out there for the holidays. I think that would have been the best bet by Mattel. But what do I know? I just review figures and do what I do on a daily basis, the way I do it. So there you have it. You guys, though, in the comments, tell me if you're picking these up, if it's an easy pass, a hard pass, your thoughts on this. Did you have the old school ones of these? Like I said, I never did. I always had the original ones. Were you guys the same boat as I was, or did you have all of them? Are you one of those kids that had every single one? You guys tell me in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. You're already here. Hit that little thumbs up. Real easy to do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. He-Man videos, all kinds of videos every single day on the channel. You don't want to miss any. Hit that notification bell. Make it happen. And that's it. That's all we got to talk about today. So for Skeletor, He-Man, Skeletor and He-Man, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.